Our world is growing. In 1951, there were about 2.6 billion people on Earth. Today, in 2025, there are over 8 billion of us. That's a big increase. But here's something interesting. While the world population is still growing, the rate of growth is slowing down. We are not adding as many people each year as we did in the past. Why is this happening? And what does it mean for our future? Let's take a closer look at the trends in global population growth. In the years after World War II, the world experienced the period of rapid population growth. This era, often referred to as the baby boom, saw millions of families expanding as soldiers returned home and societies began to rebuild. The optimism of the post-war period fueled a desire for larger families, and this was reflected in the birth rates of the time. This was especially true in developing countries, where improvements in healthcare and sanitation led to longer lifespans. Vaccination programs, better access to clean water, and advancements in medical care significantly reduced infant mortality rates. As a result, more children survived into adulthood, contributing to the population surge. In the 1960s, the global population growth rate peaked at over 2% per year. This unprecedented growth was visible in the bustling streets of cities around the world, where large families were a common sight. Urban areas expanded rapidly to accommodate the increasing number of residents, leading to significant changes in infrastructure and housing. This meant that the world's population was doubling every 35 years. The implications of such rapid growth were profound, affecting everything from resource allocation to environmental sustainability. Governments and organizations began to recognize the need for policies to manage this growth effectively. However, since then, the growth rate has been steadily declining. Various factors have contributed to this trend, including increased access to education, particularly for women, and greater availability of family planning resources. As societies modernized, the economic and social incentives for having large families diminished. Today, it's around 1% per year. This slower growth rate has led to different challenges and opportunities. While some regions still experience significant population increases, others face the prospect of aging populations and shrinking workforces. This means the world's population is now doubling every 70 years. The slower pace allows for more sustainable development and better planning for future generations. It also highlights the importance of addressing issues like climate change, resource management, and social equity. This slowdown is due to a number of factors, including falling birth rates and rising life expectancies. As people live longer, healthier lives and choose to have fewer children, the demographic landscape continues to evolve. Understanding these trends is crucial for shaping policies that ensure a balanced and prosperous future for all. The peak in population growth in the 1960s, often referred to as the baby boom, was a result of a confluence of factors. After the devastation of World War II, many countries experienced a period of economic prosperity and peace. This led to improved living conditions, better nutrition, and advances in medicine. Consequently, death rates declined and more babies survived infancy. However, this period of high growth was not sustainable in the long run. As societies modernize, they undergo what's called the demographic transition. The demographic transition is a process that has been observed in many countries as they develop. This transition marks a significant shift in the way populations grow and change over time. Initially, countries experience high birth rates and high death rates, which keep the population growth relatively stable. However, as development progresses, several factors come into play that alter this balance. It involves a shift from high birth rates and high death rates to low birth rates and low death rates. This shift is often driven by improvements in healthcare, which reduce mortality rates, especially among infants and children. As a result, families no longer need to have as many children to ensure that some survive to adulthood. As people's lives improve, they tend to have fewer children. They also live longer. Better access to healthcare, nutrition, and sanitation means that people can expect to live healthier lives well into old age. This increased life expectancy is a hallmark of the demographic transition. This leads to a slower overall population growth rate. With fewer births and longer lifespans, the population growth rate begins to decelerate. This can have profound implications for a country's economy and social structure as the age distribution of the population changes. Many factors contribute to this transition, including increased access to education, particularly for women. Educated women are more likely to delay marriage and childbirth, pursue careers, and have fewer children. Education empowers women to make informed choices about their reproductive health and family size. Wider availability of family planning methods also plays a crucial role. Access to contraception allows couples to plan the number and spacing of their children, leading to smaller family sizes. Family planning services and education help people understand the benefits of having fewer children and the resources available to them. Additionally, a shift from rural agricultural societies to more urbanized and industrialized economies influences family size. In urban areas, the cost of raising children is higher, and there is less need for large families to work on farms. Urbanization brings about changes in lifestyle and economic opportunities, further contributing to the demographic transition. Section 5. The 10 billion mark and beyond. According to the United Nations, the global population is projected to reach 10 billion by 2060. This projection is based on current trends in birth rates, death rates, and international migration patterns. The increase in population is not uniform across the globe. Some regions will experience more rapid growth than others. For instance, countries in sub-Saharan Africa are expected to see significant increases, while some European and East Asian countries may see their populations decline or stabilize. By 2100, it is expected to level off at around 10.2 billion. This leveling off is attributed to a combination of factors, including declining fertility rates and increased access to family planning services. Additionally, improvements in healthcare and living standards will contribute to longer life expectancies, further influencing population dynamics. The stabilization of the global population will have profound implications for economic development, social structures, and environmental sustainability. These projections highlight the continued momentum of global population growth, even as the rate of growth slows down. The slowing growth rate is a result of various factors, including urbanization, education, and economic development. As more people move to cities, birth rates tend to decline. Education, particularly for women and girls, plays a crucial role in reducing fertility rates. Economic development also leads to changes in family size preferences and access to reproductive health services. The increase in global population will be most notable in Africa, which is projected to see the largest population increase in the coming decades. Africa's population is expected to double by 2050, driven by high fertility rates and a young population. This rapid growth presents both challenges and opportunities for the continent. On one hand, it could strain resources and infrastructure. On the other hand, it offers the potential for a demographic dividend if investments are made in education, healthcare, and job creation. These projections underscore the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Managing a growing population will require innovative solutions and international cooperation. Governments, NGOs, and the private sector will need to work together to address issues such as poverty, inequality, and access to essential services. At the same time, a larger population can drive economic growth and innovation if managed effectively. A larger global population will require more resources such as food, water, and energy. Meeting these demands will be a significant challenge, particularly in regions already facing resource scarcity. Advances in technology and sustainable practices will be crucial in ensuring that the growing population can be supported without depleting the planet's resources. Innovations in agriculture, water management, and renewable energy will play key roles in this effort. It will also put more pressure on the environment. The increased demand for resources will lead to greater environmental degradation if not managed sustainably. Deforestation, pollution, and climate change are already pressing issues that will be exacerbated by a growing population. Efforts to mitigate these impacts will require global cooperation and a commitment to sustainable development practices. Protecting natural ecosystems and reducing carbon emissions will be essential in ensuring a livable planet for future generations. Section 6. Feeding a larger world. Producing enough food to feed a growing population is one of the greatest challenges we face. We need to find ways to increase food production while also making agriculture more sustainable. This means reducing waste, using less water and pesticides, and developing climate-resilient crops. Innovation in agricultural technology combined with equitable distribution of resources will be crucial to ensuring food security for all. Section 7. Sharing a crowded planet. As our planet becomes more crowded, we need to find ways to live together sustainably. This means reducing our impact on the environment, consuming resources more responsibly, and creating more equitable societies. Addressing climate change, promoting renewable energy, and protecting biodiversity are essential for a sustainable future with a larger population. Section 8. Our sustainable future. The future may seem daunting with a growing population and finite resources. However, it is not a future set in stone. Our choices today will determine the path we take. By embracing sustainable practices, investing in education and innovation, and promoting global cooperation, we can create a future where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Our ingenuity and collective action will be our most valuable resources as we navigate the challenges and opportunities of a growing world. Section 9. 10 billion reasons for hope. While the challenges of a growing population are real, we should not give in to pessimism. Every person born into this world brings with them unique talents, perspectives, and potential. A world with 10 billion people is a world with 10 billion minds working to solve problems, create art, and build a better future. Our task is to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. If we can do that, then there is no limit to what we can achieve together.